All right. All right, so we're going to solve linear equations. You should know how to do this. I'm going to assume you don't. I'm going to teach you from there because it's so important. And we're going to be working with quadratics. But to do quadratics, you have to be able to do linear functions. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. If I go too fast, slow me down. If you don't understand something, stop me. I'm happy to go back. Okay? All right, so tell me this. If you have something like this, what does it, first of all, what does it mean to solve it? What are you doing when you solve it? Finding x. Simplifying it down to find x, get x by itself. So when I do that, how do you do it? What do you do? Opposite. You do the opposite of the 3. I think you all know what to do. I just want to make sure you know why to do it. What order? I know I got to get rid of the 3 and the 2. How do you know which one to get rid of first? You're actually absolutely right. But when we solve, it's the opposite order of operations. It's backwards order of operations. Have y'all been taught SADMAP before? No. Good. Good if you have. It's okay if you haven't. That's okay. All right. So we use SADMAP to solve because when we simplify, we go forwards and we use PEMDAS. Y'all probably remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. When we're solving, though, and we're getting a variable by itself, we do the opposite order there. So we're going to start with anything added or subtracted. And so a lot of you said that to start with. Because you said you got to get rid of that 3, and that's right because it's added. So now the question is, how do I get rid of the 3? What makes it go away? Subtract it. You're absolutely right. Because this is an equation. If I subtract it from one side, I got to subtract it from the other. I have to keep it balanced and equal. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. Is anybody confused? Everybody okay? Is it solved now? No. Why is it not solved? Yes, sir.
Not to divide 2x by 9.
Well, not 2x, but just 2, right? Because we want the x to be left on its own, right? So if we divide by 2, because this is being multiplied, then we get 9 over 2, and you can leave it just like that. Easy 2-step equations. Does anybody need me to spend more time on the easy ones like that, or do you remember how to do those? Remember how to do those? Couple little things. What happens if I have a fraction like, because I know y'all love fractions. Huh? What if I have something like that and I need to solve it for x? Times, you're fixing to say, by the what? That's right, you're absolutely right. Multiply it by the reciprocal, that's right. Because that cancels it out. So I know you always want to divide when you're multiplying, but fractions can be tricky. So to get rid of it, we flip it over and we multiply it to both sides. Okay? That causes it to cancel here. And when we multiply fractions, we're top times top, bottom times bottom. Does that make sense to you? Okay. I'm going to try to get a little increasingly harder as we go. So if we go too fast or you don't understand, stop me. Fractions are bad. Don't like fractions. Fractions are our friends. Well, you do have your calculator, and I'll show you some tricks with your calculator doing fractions too.
Yeah. You guys did some.
All right, let's say. Need me to go back? That's fine. I'm gonna pull a couple from your homework too, so we'll do them together. How is this one different than the ones we've been doing? There's two x's. I got them on both sides. So when you see it set up this way with variables on both sides, what am I going to do?
Oh, you gotta get simplified to X.
I need to get them together. Combine like terms. Put them on the same side together. So my question is, which one should I move? If I'm looking just at my x's, should I move the 2x to the right or should I move the x to the left?
X to the left.
Why?
It's less.
It's simpler. It's going to stay positive. It's not going to be negative. If I'm subtracting x, it's going to keep my x positive. Okay? So let's move it. What's 2x minus x? X. 2x minus 1x would leave me with 1x. The plus 1 is still there. These cancel because I moved it, right? Leaves me with negative 5. Well, this just became a really easy equation to solve, yes? So, yes. So what do I do with the 1? Subtract it? Close. Negative 6, that's right. What if I have something like this? This is one of those special case ones. I got the variables on both sides, so I know I need to get them together, right? Because to solve it, they need to be together. Ugh, what am I going to do, though? Subtract 3x. But what happens when I do that? If I subtract 3x here and I subtract 3x here? That's 0x, so it's gone. So I got a 1. What about the right side? Negative 2. Does 1 ever equal negative 2? False. If you get a false answer like that, that means that that equation has no solution. Have y'all done no solutions before? There is not a number in the world that you can plug in for x to make that work, so it's no solution.
Is it going to be like that every time with 2 x's on each side?
If the x is canceled, yep, yep. Ooh, let's throw a parenthesis in here and see what happens. This time, remember I told you I was going to increase it a little bit harder each time. So now there are x's on both sides, but I've got these parentheses here. What do I do?
Distribute.
Good job, y'all. I got to distribute. 3x. 3 times x is 3x. Somebody said plus 6. Is that something that you can solve now?
Yeah.
Yes. What should I do? Subtract the x. I always want to move the smallest one, so I'm going to move the x. Yep. 2x, the plus 6 is still there. What's on the right side? 8. Is anybody confused, lost? We okay? All right. What now? Mm-hmm. What's left on the left side? 2x. How about the right side? 2. Am I done? You're right. Somebody jumped ahead with the answer. I'm going to divide by 2. That's exactly right. So here, x equals 1. I don't want to bore y'all if you know how to do this. Okay. Is anybody confused, concerned, worried? What you got? Okay, I'll help you with that in just a second. Whenever I get everybody started on their work, I'll help you with that with the reciprocals, if nobody else has a question about that.